Dad shoved me straight through the glass door and spat that I was nothing. I grinned as blood dripped down my face. You know, sometimes the worst betrayals come from the people who are supposed to protect you the most. Can you even imagine being pushed through a glass door by your own father, blood streaming down your face while he screams that you're nothing? That night, as I lay there, surrounded by glittering shards, I just smiled. Because in that instant, I knew he didn't just hurt me, he lost everything. And by morning, their perfect empire was going to crumble. This isn't just a story about revenge. It's about fighting for truth and legacy. And it all started long before that shattering glass. My name is Audrey Lancaster, and I'm 28 years old. I was born into a world most people only dream of, the only child of Harold and Grace Lancaster. My dad, Harold, built Lancaster Technologies into a medical device powerhouse, expanding on what my grandfather, William, started in his garage 40 years ago. We lived in this sprawling 20,000 square foot estate overlooking the Pacific, and my earliest memories are of sitting on my grandfather's knee. He'd explain how our devices saved lives, his eyes crinkling at the corners. Audrey, he'd say, one day, all of this will be yours to protect. Remember, business is about more than profit. It's about purpose. My mother, Grace, was the heart of our family. She donated millions to children's hospitals, always insisting I understood that our privilege came with a profound responsibility. Every Christmas, she'd take me to deliver gifts to children in those very hospitals. Look them in the eyes, she'd teach me. Everyone deserves dignity. Everything changed when I turned 12. Mom was diagnosed with aggressive pancreatic cancer, and within 3 terrifying months, she was gone. My father, he just vanished emotionally. He buried himself in work, leaving me adrift, a bewildered kid suffocating under a blanket of grief alone. I'd sit in her closet, breathing in the fading scent of her perfume, desperate to remember the sound of her laugh just one more time. Then came Stephanie. Just 11 months after my mother's funeral, my father introduced me to his new girlfriend. 6 weeks later, they were married. She was 20 years younger than him, with perfectly manicured nails that dug into my shoulder when she hugged me for photos. "We are going to be such good friends," she cooed, her smile too wide while the cameras flashed. 2 days later, her 17-year-old son Douglas moved in. He was handsome, charming, and immediately became the sole focus of my father's attention. What started as showing him the ropes of the business quickly morphed into grooming him as the heir apparent. I, the actual daughter, was relegated to the background of family photos, a forgotten afterthought. Despite this, I excelled. I graduated high school as valedictorian, earned my business degree from Stanford with highest honors, and completed my MBA by 23. While Douglas struggled through a business degree at full story video added in below.